This again here. One. See if we're doing any better here. It seemed like it worked a little better that time. What's going on, Mr. Haslage? I guess I didn't restart the computer enough this week. Munch Gooder. What's going on, Mr. Mayo? Chad Blicky. What's everybody up to this fine evening? I know I was on here for a little bit earlier with the South African judge team there. Pretty good talk this afternoon, I guess. Freezing to death out there. It's definitely got cold. I'm definitely in hibernation. That's where we should all be, is in hibernation. What's going on, Miss Peggy? What's going on, Mr. Jones? Mr. Ricky Lewis, Mr. TP. What up? What up? Yeah, it was pretty good hearing from them. It was cool to see their retail member over there and see what they had going on. Kind of interesting stuff they had going on in the shop there. I think they got quite a few big events coming this year out there, so we're looking forward to seeing how they grow. Well, nobody want to talk to me today? What's going on, Mr. Allen? How you doing this evening? Mr. Bowser. They're not coming in here getting live with me like normal. I need to stir it up, huh, Kevin? Is that what it is? Man. We're doing pretty good here. What's going on, Mike Jones? Mr. Josh King? Mr. The Duke? It's too cold to talk smack. You might be right. You might be right. But it's too cold to do anything else. Yeah, she don't want to get on here very much though. It's definitely perfect Vibraflex weather. I'll give you that. Get your garage up to a nice toasty 100. Take some breaks outside and go back and forth. Get yourself nice and sick. Yeah, buddy. I remember. Do you remember? What's going on, Mr. Scott? Mr. Scott Blakey. going on, Peach? It's warm, huh? Peach thinks it's warm. What's going on, Mr. Kramer? What's going on, Mr. Brian Gill? Miss Whitney's living in it. Oh, the flex is never over, David. Just when you think there's enough, you can find some more room. What's going on, Mr. Carroll? What's your question, Brant? What's going on, Mr. Benjamin? Mr. Nathan? I thought I was going to get Mr. Matt on here with me. Did my link not work? Benjamin Hemp. Ben is my friend. What's going on, Mr. Ball? How we doing out there? If it's a marketed sound deadener for car audio, then no. I don't know that I understand that question. Well, what are you wanting to use? But essentially, you're able to use sound deadener, you're able to use resins, and you're able to use foam as long as they're behind all the panels. Uh, So you can use bed liner on the outside of the vehicle wherever you want. But if you're gonna do spray on deadener of some sort, then it has to just be behind the panels. So hopefully that answers your question there, Brent. So I guess in all technicalities, yes, you could use bed liners or a spray on sound deadener in all technicalities. Let's talk about it, Kevin. Oh, Nathan uses magic now. I guess my dog's going to talk to us for a minute. False alarm, Karma. False alarm. Good job. All right. Liquid asphalt. Sorry about that. Magic in an umbrella. What about on a built out door panel? Could you use bed liner on that? Oh, I mean, am I considering it sound deadener or am I considering it paint? I mean, I don't necessarily think that's an issue, but it could be one. We'll have to discuss that one, Mr. Haslage, about bed liner on a door panel. But I mean, I don't really have a problem with it because if you built a door panel, it's probably got fiberglass and wood in it. So I don't really see it as an issue. Is my chat working? I guess so. So I suppose that would be okay in my personal opinion. What else we got going on? Did my chat stop on me? I think my chat might have stopped on me. There you go. That answers that question. If it's for a finished look, then it's okay. People just aren't chiming, are they? It's too cold to talk out there. I get it. It's almost too cold to talk here too. You're a nerd. I got a dog laying on my foot. Let me see something here. Okay. Yeah, buddy. It's in the messages up above. Yay. Okay, now I'm going back to reading. Um, it's limited to where the speakers are mounted pretty much for the most part. We'll have the rule books up in another. It's going to be about a little less than 2 weeks here, Nilo. So just bear with me for a couple more weeks, and the rule book will be back online. There is no maximum thickness of deadener that you're allowed on the. Well, you're not technically allowed to put deadener over top of any panels, and all the panels have to go back where they're supposed to go outside of your ICA for your class. So I guess that hopefully answers some of that. So no, there's not a limit other than it has to be behind the panels. Your dash needs to maintain its factory shape, but we don't have a deadener limit. So no, there's not a deadener limit. going on, Mr. Madison? Jody the High Roller. What's going on? G off. You can put Deadner on the dash in M4, yes. The dash just needs to maintain its factory shape. So you can put a layer of Deadner over it or a layer of tape, yes. You can put Deadner over the dash, yes. In M4 and M5. The dash just needs to maintain its factory shape. I guess if you want to push the limit of that, then we'll have to rethink that. But as of now, that's what it says. Yep. What Joe said. Yeah, buddy. Just deadened everything. I did. Thought I was gonna have a couple of my. I think I'm gonna have a couple of my more SQ oriented guys hopping on here in a minute. So for some of you guys that are that way, might have some interesting conversation for you here in a minute, maybe. I ain't got no flavors tonight. Cutting back on the flavors. I guess if that's a flavor. Well, Scott, like I said, I think Irvin and maybe Mr. Matt's going to come on here in a little bit. So, no, the green mini's mine. We definitely need Coronas, Matt. I guess I'm going to get up off my butt and come see you again probably in the next week or so here. I'm going to go get some more stuff stickered up. What's going on, Mr. Milani? You just keep them cold for me, Matt. I probably do. That's probably why it's boring today. It's probably the most entertaining. But yeah, I think we're waiting on Matt to get his kids in bed, and I think Irvin's finishing up at work. So when those guys get ready and we get them on here, they'll be ready to talk that smack. I think Milani's in Hawaii. Yeah. Have I seen it? Not in person, only on videos, Nick. I am hoping to get over there at some point soon, but I don't know. We're still trying to figure out the end of the year game plan here, so we're steadily working on that, trying to figure stuff out. Keep on getting more loops. on the roller coaster. So figure out where the roller coaster stops. Hopefully it's not upside down. Oh. Oh, I'm about to get a flavor. Yeah, that's what we're going to be trying to do is get them on the live here and there. And then hopefully, I don't know, they're wanting us to come over there at the end of the year sometime. So hopefully we can figure out how to make that happen, and maybe I can get some good videos and stuff then. Dang, Matt, why you being mean, bro? Dang, so now you're saying that he don't know neither one of them. You don't know skew or spew, Jeff. Dang. Oh, there's Irvin, I think. His camera's not on, but he just came in my thing.
Something salty? Salty caramel.
I guess.
Cheers, my love.
It did. Oh, I can see him a little bit. He must be in the car. Let's see. I'll turn Mr. Irvin on.
Could you hear me? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, we can hear you, I think. We should be able to. I can hear you.
I'm on the road. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back at the shop in like 5 minutes.
All right. Well, you want me to just wait till you get to the shop?
Anything? Yeah, yeah. Just give me 5 minutes. Let me get to the shop.
All right, bro.
Okay, cool.
Later.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna let Irvin get to the shop so we can see him. Dang. They already did a burnout, Chad, on Jeff. They roasted him. I took him outside. I stuck a fork in him. Oh, here comes Karma again. She's telling us. What are we gonna do, Karma? You gonna get him? You gonna get him? You better go get him. Well, I thought that she'd actually go run out the door and go get him, but no, she's gonna get him from here, I guess. Karma. You calling your sister before you run out there or what? Must be. Yeah, he is. Oh, I got that for sure, Chad. Matt, you know what? Let's put that up right now. Let's just do that. Should I put it up right now? Oh, it's going to start playing stuff now, of course. Okay. Or should I just schedule it for later? What's going on, Mr. Danny Prater? Here, let's do it. Let's make G off famous. Let's see here. Y'all gotta help me out now. I know that everybody's on here. I know it won't ever go back to Denny's. I guess my computer is gonna be slow on me now. The mailman must have just came. But Denny's is good, okay? What's going on, Mr. Castro? Well, I was gonna upload this TikTok video that Chad reminded me about. But my computer's not wanting to act right. It only wants to let me do one thing at a time today. It's one of those days. What are you talking about, Whitney? You're supposed to take that every time you go to dinner. It don't matter where you're at. It's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Duh. I thought you was from the land, Whitney. Oh, sorry. I forgot I was on live. What's going on, everybody? Oh, yeah. I know where you're talking about. That one is kind of out of control a little bit, but it is what it is. What's going on, Bodie, Mr. Simone, Mr. Mike Smith? Mr. Bowden. I don't know what is hyped up about. Whatever it is, it must not be too important because the other one's in the other room not giving a crap. What's she talking about, Sheba? You don't even know, do you? You think she's silly, don't you? Go tell her. Tell her quit all that. No, usually I can hear. I can usually, if that's what's going on, usually I can hear her now that I've realized it. But I don't hear her, so I don't think that's what it is. My other neighbor might be out back acting a fool or something. Sometimes he gets to talking out there, so they go talk to him. What's going on, Tyler? Oh, she gave me the whole thing. Straight Jimmy Crack corn with water in it, I think. I'll be real fun here in about 2 more sips. What's going on, Heather? Oh, looks like Matt's going to be there in 5. What's going on, Riley? Let's go. Oh, now she talked. Now you gotta like and follow the page. See if my computer's working for this talk tick. Dang, come on, talk ticky. Oh, here we go. Nope, it don't want to work. Oh, now I done messed it all up. Oh, don't you love it? Technology don't like me today. Uh-oh, here we go. See if I can find it. Let's see. Which one is it, man? Let's hope it's this one. Hopefully it's that one. We shall see. Jeff is going to be so happy. What's going on, Miss Rawson? The next question is, though, because Chad put me up to this, he's ready to see the TikTok video. But do I post it now or do I wait? Because it's going to be a good, funny one. And I need everybody to see it. She didn't show up today. Let's see if this is the right one. Oh, I don't want the sound on there. Is this the right one? Hold on just a second. Man, that one ain't even the right one. Oh, okay. I guess I'll wait till we're done. Mr. Matt's in there. I'll wait till I get off here to do it. But whenever I do put this one up, y'all guys share it and stuff because everybody's got to see it. All right, let's see. What's going on, Matt?
Can you hear me?
I cannot. But that's probably because I got my sound turned off. So try me now.
Now?
Yes.
Wait. What were you were gonna have someone share?
What was I doing?
Yeah, what were you doing? I was getting the baby in her bed.
I was listening to dogs bark. Chad was trying to get me to post up one of my TikTok videos, but I found the wrong one.
Oh, that's what you're talking about, sharing that.
Yeah.
Where's Irvin?
He was on here, but he was driving to his shop, so he said he would be back to his shop soon.
Where's Geoff?
Geoff?
I got a banner behind me.
He'll probably like that.
Oh man, I can't see the comments anymore.
You might have to put it up on your phone or something dumb.
That's all right. Well, I'm doing this phone. I got my computer next to me though.
I'm gonna get this one posted and try to find it. I'm trying to find Chad's video he wants. It should be a good one. Everybody should laugh and make fun of people.
Let's see.
In the house.
See if I can get in here. I've seen a couple of the SQ guys.
Yeah. Raise your camera up just a hair, they said. There you go.
Sweet.
More gooder.
All right. Yeah, I just want to at least be able to see the comments.
You're almost as pretty as me now, Matt.
With the beard?
Yeah, now that you fixed your camera.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see here. There we go.
Can you see him now?
Yep, I got it. I just had to get everything going on the computer. We're good.
What's going on, Mr. Steven?
Who has SQ questions? Who was in there? Was Brian Gill in here, I seen?
Brian was, Nathan was. I don't know if they're still in there or not. It don't really tell me who all's still there. Alan was here.
Right.
What's going on, Miss Tracy? I think I'm caught up now on the chat. But what's going on, Craig?
Yeah, I wonder if anyone has any questions for rule changes. Kevin, are you gonna hop in here?
He doesn't want to get on there because we won't let him use the underwear theme background.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make us all seasick.
Yeah.
What's the biggest tip you can give to a newcomer? Especially for SQ, it's no different than SPL. Test. That's gonna be the biggest thing, to be completely honest. Ask other folks for their input, their experience, a little bit of guidance as far as tuning, do's and don'ts. Figuring out all the basics first is going to go very, very far. Good reference music to go along with also.
Testing and testing, huh?
Yes.
So hold on a second.
I see Tony, Larry, and Dane, and Wallace, and all those guys.
But that's the same thing I do.
Yep.
Oh.
It's extremely important. And it seems like people on either side of the audio world seem to assume that one side or the other has it easier or more difficult. And that's definitely not the case. And like Tony said, know the rule book front to back.
That's usually a helper.
Don't test too much at once. Yep. Good point, Jeff. You're testing and tuning for a very...
Hold on a second.
You can get ear fatigue.
I thought we were talking about skew.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, I could have taught y'all about that a long time ago.
Good point, Tony.
Knowing the rule book and testing.
It's just as important on both sides. Yes, test each thing individually. Small changes can go a very, very long way, good or bad.
Except for Tony's judging material, I had to throw that out the window when his stuff came on. I mean,
I sent some good ones in there. I don't know if anyone listened to them, but
did any of is there? I know there's a few of them guys in here still, I'm sure. So, did any of you guys have any questions for us or anything about that? Now that I have somebody in here with me that's probably a little bit more qualified to answer some of these questions than me. I don't need any more gains, Milani.
yep, ear fatigue is real, Jeff. But judges should be taking breaks, at least small breaks between cars.
I Dream a Genie is horrendous. I twitched my nose 3 times and that flew that straight out of my radio.
Some judging tracks are not the most enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. We're working on changing.
All I'm saying is my new judging track is Regulators. Just saying.
Used in a sense, I guess.
I'm just joking.
Mount up. Everyone says mount up.
Yeah, they all knew it was a clear black night.
Maybe no one has any questions. Maybe all the SQ guys left.
Well, I guess for those guys that missed it whenever we were in Michigan, obviously I got Matt Kramer right here now. I don't know which side of me he's on. Probably my left. It looks like the right on my computer, but
Yeah, it's on the right.
it's probably, it might be the same. I don't know. But anyways, those of you that missed it or whatever, Matt's coming on board to help us with the sound quality a little bit. We're getting him up to speed. Hopefully he's going to be helping us with some trainings. He's been actively helping on the R&E committee this year with us recently. So those of you that don't know, now you know. And I think I got Irvin down here in the corner now.
Starting new to SQ, Miguel. Once the rule book is, I'm sure Irvin is going to agree with me. As soon as the rule book is released, go over all of the classes.
Good evening, everybody.
Try to build that class just like you would for SPL. Plan for a class that you want to do, see where you fit the best in a focus class, and get familiar with the tracks. That's going to be big. Mike Smith, February 25th. I have a flyer hopefully soon.
Starting points.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good.
I think we're all good now. At this point, I think it's all working.
Yeah,
They're just not. I think they told me a little earlier it was too cold to talk, so I think maybe that's what it is. They can't feel their fingers today. So,
no, Wallace, they were not bad at all. A few changes that we're going over, just kind of separating the classes a bit more. That way, it's not as much of an overlap as like it was previously. A few more defining things just to kind of separate competitors.
I didn't see that one come up.
Some changes here. Newcomers into a class where it's not full of people who are seasoned competitors, have a ton of fabrication in the vehicle. Class, even any class. There's no that way. Urban, we've all talked about extensively.
My audio is breaking up on my end.
Yeah, you were breaking. It was breaking up here too. The audio.
Yeah,
I don't know how it was online there, but
I didn't really hear much. I didn't hear much of what I said.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah.
Well, it was breaking up, is what it was.
Yeah.
No, I had my AirPods in. Battery.
That's what I was wondering.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Better now, yeah.
Okay.
It might be me too. It could be my connection still, but it looks like it's good.
Shit, I forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah, just trying to separate the classes and keep things a bit more, keep the classes more full with more competition without a bunch of overlap between the classes. Not having empty classes, but not forcing new guys to be up against a bunch of seasoned veterans either, and kind of, forcing them into a tough spot. Obviously, nobody wants that. New competitors don't want that. Judges don't want that. Even seasoned competitors, most of them don't really want that. They don't want to make a newbie not have fun or enjoy, his first couple of shows just because of the class they ended up being in. Some might, but that's not what we want ultimately.
That is true. I don't know what's up with the connection. My connection just dropped.
Yeah. Wallace wants Nathan and Steve. You can definitely do that.
Yeah, I think for some reason, yeah, I'm not seeing comments from Facebook. Huh.
Yes, sir, Larry. Adapt to whatever there is.
But at least you're seeing them because I'm not seeing the comments.
Yeah,
So
I just have them on my computer.
I'm not seeing any comments either.
I'm gonna be gone for just a second again, but I'll be right back.
All right.
Go play with the top dogs, Wallace. It'll be fun. I'm sure. Let's see.
It keeps losing connection and coming back up.
Can you still see or hear me, Irvin? You guys there? Can anyone see me or hear me? Okay.
I can do both.
Yeah. Just like Tony said, kind of allowing competitors to do a little bit more in each class to split things up a little bit.
I think Irvin's having a connection problem a little bit.
Hey, just me. Woo!
I'm just trying to figure out how to get my chat working again, but
I'm actually sitting right next to my router. I'm literally next to the router.
Wallace, we're looking forward to seeing you. Scott Smith, you too. Yes, as soon as the
I'm showing good connection now.
rule book's released, all you guys will. It's pretty cut and dry. It's really easy to see where you fall, where you don't. Do a class you fit in. Go from there. Judge new tracks we're all collectively working on. Get very familiar with them. I believe we will have notes for the majority of notes kind of reference. Similar to how this
we will have footnotes. As usual, we will have footnotes for each track.
What's that?
Oh, shit.
Can you guys hear me at all?
Yeah.
Scott said the cancellation. Wall said it was breaking up.
I don't know if it's. I don't think it's. I don't know if I know mine keeps bouncing up and down a little bit.
Okay.
And I did lose connection with my Facebook chat, but I'm watching it on my phone now.
Yeah, they're saying you and me are mostly fine.
So I don't know. I guess I don't know what it is, to be honest.
Nathan, you're not retired. I won't allow it.
Yeah, 160 dB cap.
Scott, as far as classing goes, same thing with Wallace. It's not going to be anything crazy changes wise. Just a little bit more separation. Previously, people may have noticed if you're a little bit more of a seasoned SQ competitor, notice the difference between street, mod street, and modified. It was small differences between the classes. And with some vehicles, they could kind of fit in either or depending where they wanted to go. So we're kind of trying to get away from that. Somewhat, I guess. Just make it a little bit easier for judges to classify people, competitors, have it easier on them so they can see exactly where they.
I'm gonna try this again with Irvin. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I'll put him back in here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to hear him any better, but
Is it? Can you guys hear me now?
I can, yes.
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Also, Mike Smith did ask a little bit earlier, kind of before I have any of the MECA sanctioned events at my shop. We are going to have a little bit of a meet sort of thing. Someone wants to come out and get their, kind of get their feet wet, get some demos, talk more one-on-one with competitors that are not really in the competing mode, a little bit laid back. Should have cars there. Not you,
Okay.
the Michigan Mike Smith. Yeah, should have a good amount of cars there. Get some demo with whether they plan on competing or not, whether they can or not. Get into it a little bit more. That could be a good start. 20.
All the technical difficulties is.
I think it may be Urban. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do too. It pitched him again. So what's going on, Mr. Figueroa?
Miguel, I think I'll have. Yes. So I'm hoping to have the flyer maybe tonight or tomorrow. But it's going to be a SQ and coffee sort of thing. I know a lot of those and coffee events don't even have coffee. We will have coffee. We will have donuts. That's all sponsored by Monkey Beans Coffee out in Illinois. So he's sending out coffee for us to have there, providing donuts, all that sort of stuff. So we'll have some coffee and some snacks and stuff like that there too. And I think he's going to do some goodie bags for everyone.
When do we get free donuts?
February 25th.
I feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere.
I'm not entirely sure. I know he said he wanted to do some goodie bags. I don't know if he's going to do like K cups, coffee grounds, or whatever it is. But I know he wants to do some goodie bags for some people that show up. John, it's going to be at Only Tints Window Tinting in Niles, Michigan. This place here. Yes, Tony is a good too for anyone that's further down south or even that wants to make the trip. Judges training March 2nd and 3rd.
At Tony's shop there in Orlando. At Creative Car Audio, March 2nd and 3rd. Sorry, I got a text message at the same time. Okay. And I think they're going to try to start taking pre-registration. I guess if you want to pre-register to email, I don't have the email yet, so I'll just leave that part out for now. But yes, March 2nd and 3rd in Orlando, Florida. And we are planning for a training at Only Tints in Michigan sometime, hopefully in July, I think.
Yeah, I think that was the plan, beginning of July. I remember right.
Well, we're going to have one, John, in Michigan in July. I think we're only going to do 2 trainings this year. So, yeah, we'll have one in Michigan, one in Florida. What is involved with hosting an event? I mean, it depends on how involved you want to be, Brent. He asked to discuss what's involved with hosting an event. So,
Location's the biggest thing, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got to have location. You got to have somewhere that's not going to get shut down.
Yep.
I mean, the cost of that is, can vary. Um, awards, obviously there's cost there. And then whatever sanctioning body, you know, you're involved with, they're going to have their fee there too. So however they do it one way or another. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm a pretty open book. I just don't know exactly what you want to know there. Uh, as far as, you know, hosting an event, if you want to become an event director, if you want to just host an event and have, our people come do it, that might change where I go with my answer. So I guess the best thing I'll tell you to do is just reach out to Shannon, 502-644-4831. Phone numbers pretty much out there everywhere. Reach out to Shannon, and she'll be more than happy to let you know whatever it is you need to know about that.
Yeah, John was talking about wanting to do one in Terre Haute. Definitely get a hold of Chad or Sean.
Yeah, basically just get with Chad.
They can help us with that.
So if it's spots that are regarding Indiana, the best thing to do is reach to Chad. I know they've already got about 20 something shows scheduled. So, and I'm sure he'll take more if you guys got more spots. But essentially it's going to go through him. But, if you can't get him to get you an answer or whatever, holler at me or Shannon and we'll kick him in his butt. All right, we're gonna try to get Urban on here one more time. He said he switched his internet connection, so let's see.
All right. Hopefully it works this time.
It seems like it so far.
Good.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Finally.
Yeah, it seems like it's working better to me now.
Also, if anyone's interested in the SQ and coffee sort of thing, um, feel free to add, follow me, whatever. I will have it posted in some of the groups and stuff. But as soon as I get the flyer, I'll likely have it tonight. Um, I'll have it posted and I'll have it posted on my personal page, all that sort of stuff. So,
We're getting it posted up, y'all.
yeah. Try to make it easier for some of those people that are questionable about doing it and don't really want to show up to a multi-org event and get discouraged or anything.
Yeah, I know quite a few of my northern guys are going to come down to Florida. So all you down south boys better repay the favor when it's Matt's turn.
I still can't see chat though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it up, share it up.
JR for sure. I'll talk to you soon, obviously. I'll probably end up calling you next week. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
But I still can't see the messages though.
I'm having to watch the actual Facebook stuff. I can't see the chat still either. I'm looking at it on my phone, but you're probably actually on your phone. So
Yep, of course. Eric Frey.
what's going on, Eric?
Eric's my buddy.
Yeah, I don't really have no. I don't see a problem with doing double sanctioned events. I don't. I, I mean, I don't think that's an issue. We invite I've invited Scott to several shows, so I don't think there's a problem there if we can get something cooking.
I like Scott or Eric and Scott, both of them.
They're all right most of the time. They're kind of most of the time, but that's probably all of us.
Whitney, I'm just on my phone. I've just got great internet thanks to my good buddy of mine.
Yeah, it seems my internet sucks.
Actually, the guy that does the remote starts at my shop, he's the one that did all the Wi-Fi at my house and the shop for me. He does a bunch of
Nice.
IT stuff too. Yeah, Whitney. I'm using the computer for comments.
Oh yeah, I still don't have any chat on my end. I
Mm.
can't see chat.
Yeah, mine failed too about halfway through the thing.
Wallace said he doesn't have any issue with the
It says
rules,
I'm not
maybe new
connected to
music,
Facebook.
Oh,
but
we
the
have
rules are
changes
good.
coming, bro. We have some changes coming.
Yep.
It's gonna be big.
We're making progress. Almost there.
We are almost there. I got one more tweak to make in the sound pressure rule book, and it's done deal. I think I probably said that once or twice now, but I actually mean it this time.
Yes, Brian. Brian had a good point. He said new music would be good. Limit it to 10-ish tracks. Um, I think that's kind of the plan. We are trying to limit it, not to have as much as there was before.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be less tedious.
Yeah,
It'll also be easier for competitors to understand,
right.
and I think it'll overall be better because it's gonna be some new source media. And I mean, not everything is going to be new, as in brand new,
Right.
but it's going to be new to the competition, and I think
Right.
it's going to be exciting. I think people are going to love it from what we've been doing so far. I think it's going to be good.
Scott, the rules and classes, they're not posted yet. I know Bud was wanting to do first couple days February, I believe. So soon, couple weeks if that. Um, Irvin Whitney said that Joe and herself need another dinner date with you.
No problem. Anytime. Anytime.
Yep, Tony, 8 to 10 tracks, easier to judge, easier for competitors to understand. Exactly. I think we all kind of agreed with a little bit less tracks is extremely beneficial for the judges also. Less confusion, um, keeps
Less
things a
time.
lot more consistent. Yep, just like Brian said. Um, Wallace have 5 to 6 bonus tracks that the competitor can pick. possible. I think we are going to go over the bonus tracks also.
Scissor.
Yeah, Eric wants to know what you're sipping on, bud.
Don't worry about what's in my cup. That's my cup.
I've got my Bucky's juice.
I got apple juice.
I got Coke.
This is some real spicy apple juice here.
Uh, I'm pretty sure this is salted caramel whiskey on rock with water. I'm pretty sure. Shannon handed it to me, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it's pretty much just straight whiskey.
Wallace says competitors should be able to pick 2 bonus tracks. That's not a terrible idea. As far as bonus tracks go, if there's some that a competitor may prefer, definitely let your judge know that. I would say that, whether they go that route or not, it's hard to say, but I would at least speak on it, let your judge know.
I think bonus tracks are
Communication
what
is
they
key,
are.
so
Bonus tracks are what they are. They are bonus tracks, So they would be more used for confirming what you have heard or verification on certain things, clarification on maybe certain things, but the general scoring of the vehicle will mainly be around the actual reference tracks.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and most of your scoring is going to be from the reference tracks, and then if you want to say something to your judge about the bonus tracks, if there's certain ones that you prefer or you feel like your vehicle is going to excel with, whether they follow that or not, that's kind of irrelevant. I would at least make the judge aware of it. Like I said, communication is really the biggest thing, especially for new judges or even seasoned judges. Better for the competitor, better for the judges, better for everyone. So,
Yep. Communication is key.
yep.
Beep beep.
Brian competing against Wallace. Where at? I want to be there. Open cars only.
Open cars only.
Soon, yes. Wallace, you said you were going to bring it to. You can bring it to Orlando.
What's going on? Oh, Shannon asked you a humdinger, Matt.
A humdinger. How do I like being on R&E? Well, I feel like I was kind of already on R&E without being on R&E anyway. So it's not really a big change. I still voice my opinion regardless. Um, now it's just a little bit better. Um, just working alongside like Irvin, Clifford, Tony, all those guys, Steve, Corey. A lot of open-minded but also like-minded individuals with the same goal. So it works very, very well. I think it's enjoyable. Brian, you're right. It can slow down judging. I only mention that just if there's a competitor that's used to using a bonus track for a reference, for their own personal tuning. If you are one of those competitors, and if there's something that you would prefer the judge to try after they use the reference tracks, at least to speak on it. It doesn't say anywhere as far as any judge's rules that they have to do that. but if it's something that you prefer, it's at least worth mentioning.
Thing is, that's
We
why
definitely
they're
don't want to slow
that's why
things
they're
down.
that's why they're bonus tracks, right?
Right.
So they could be used to just enhance the experience of that vehicle,
Right.
but to actually score that vehicle on tonality, on imaging, and that kind of thing, the reference tracks could be more leading towards tonality rather than reference for imaging, right? So, there's a trade off there. So, try to focus as a competitor on the reference tracks to make sure that the reference tracks sound how they're supposed to. So, the bonus tracks actually do what they are named as, they give you a bonus.
Right.
So, they could give you that little extra edge when it comes to tonality.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stress too much on bonus tracks.
Right.
Be concerned about the reference tracks. That's the most
Yep.
important thing.
Yep.
I'm just mad they wouldn't let me put no Lil Wayne songs, no E40 songs, none of that. I could judge the. Never mind.
Yes, Brian. Ultimately, we're not trying to make any part of the judging take any longer than it needs to. We're not trying to slow that down. Obviously, some judges have a bit more time in vehicles than others. Some judges, from my experience, years of doing this, I feel like judges weren't in there quite long enough either. I feel like we're trying to find that happy medium, keep things moving at a very productive pace, not keeping people waiting. Um,
I think that's why most of the
that's
changes
definitely been
came.
brought up. We don't want to slow down the process at all.
Yeah,
If things take any longer than needed.
and that's why most of the changes came, right? I mean, when we all sat,
Yep.
this was one of the concerns. So
Yep. Wallace said Jeezy. Maybe we'll put some young Jeezy in the bonus tracks. That'd be fun.
Yep, I can judge that.
I'm sure
yeah, me
Irvin's
too.
with it too. Irvin's like, yeah, let's do it. Throw one in there.
I know exactly how that's supposed to sound. If y'all better get your bass right.
That's right.
Yeah, Brian, this isn't going to be just a track that the competitor chooses. This would be in a separate list of the MECA bonus tracks. Um, not just any song that they want the judge to use, but there'll be, just like previously, there's a tantric disc and there's bonus tracks also. And if there's a specific bonus track that you feel like your car really excels there and it can help you, um, then mention that. But this isn't just a open invitation to any track that you feel your car excels at. This is just for mecha bonus tracks beyond the basic tantric disc.
I had to take a union break.
JR wants to know if you put a time limit for judging of each vehicle.
Oh,
There's
but
not a limit, no.
generally speaking, we try to shoot for 15 to 20 minutes a vehicle, but that's just generally speaking. That's not something that judges are told they have to do or that they're really trained to do. But
Right.
we generally try to stick to around 15 to 20 minutes per vehicle.
Right.
Otherwise it starts to get pretty difficult to do 15, 20, 30 cars.
Yep.
So
In some
I would say
cases,
Yep, and it
what we try to teach and train them to shoot for is 15 to 20 minutes. Um, obviously if they could get into the 10 or 15-minute range, that would thrill me, and it would probably thrill a lot of the competitors too. But I'm not going to sit here and say I mean anything in sound quality, but I have been judging some SQ cards now for quite some time, and the last few years I've got to judge them quite often. So
15 minutes is definitely plenty.
Brilliant, Tilly.
I know that 15 minutes is pretty much a happy medium.
Yep.
You know,
15
because there
minutes
are
is
some.
pretty good, but at the same time, if a judge is spending longer than normal in a vehicle, it could mean one of two things. It could mean that the judge is enjoying that vehicle and is having a good time in that vehicle, which is good for you,
Yep.
or it could also mean that things are somewhat borderline and he needs to just use multiple tracks to confirm.
Right.
You know, that could
Verify
happen, especially with younger judges,
Right.
right? So, forcing a time limit, like let's say you need to finish a vehicle in 10 minutes or 5 minutes, that's just going to put you at a disadvantage as a competitor.
Right.
So, it's better that the judges could actually sit in there and get what they want from that vehicle until and let them say, hey, I'm good, this is good, this was good, and I enjoyed it.
Right.
So, you know,
And 15 minutes is
it's good.
the majority of the time is plenty of time in a vehicle. To be
Mhm.
completely honest, I know Irvin will agree. Most of these other competitors in here that are commenting, they'll probably agree with me also. The first few minutes in a vehicle, you can figure out a lot of things very, very quickly.
Yep.
Getting things, accurate on a score sheet, that's what
Now,
takes the
in
first 4
a
or 5 minutes, you figure
in a
things
tight
out very quick.
scenario, if you know the tracks, which we do, I could literally skip through the tracks, and I could get your vehicle done in 5-10 minutes.
Right.
But you know, it. I like to give everybody that benefit of the doubt that if something isn't 100% right, let another track verify that.
Right.
You
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
so
The
I
first few
I
minutes,
can.
figure out if it's kind of where it needs to be,
That's right.
and another track, 2-3 minutes later, may verify exactly what you need right now.
Exactly. Exactly. So that could give you, that's the difference between the 0.25s, the 0.5s, the 0.75s.
Yep.
All right. So,
Yep.
I think the time limit that we work with, the time scale that we work with actually is pretty good.
Wallace, I seen your land yacht at Finals 21. Obviously, Finals isn't a great spot to get demos, and I wanted to get a demo badly, but it just wasn't the place. Wasn't the time or place. My first car was a land yacht, so I love it. Brian Gill, 1 gallon fuel cell for the win. Yeah,
That's all you need.
yes, I will, Wallace.
So I know
I do not judge install, Wallace.
Corey Bradley was the install judge, and
I wasn't judging then. I mean, I have my judge's shirt on right now. Actually, I had it then, but I wasn't technically a judge at the time. But yeah, Corey's kind of the head install judge.
he's been the go-to install judge for a long time.
Yep.
I think he actually even probably helped adjust and come up with a lot of the install rules that we have. So he's usually the one that we have do the install, and he's a pretty good listener too. So
Yep.
yeah, he's on his install stuff. He's definitely looking.
Corey.
But I think next week I'm gonna have am I gonna have Tony and Steve on here next week?
If you guys want, I could try again. Because I know I missed half of it.
Eric wants to know who's judging at Slam.
I don't know yet.
There's a good chance that likely someone from the Midwest. I may be one of the two. Not entirely. We'll figure that out.
I don't know about that. I don't really honestly don't know about that yet.
Right. I mean, there's a lot that needs to be planned by then anyway. And honestly, I don't know if I really want to judge. We'll see. Bud will have that figured out and let us know.
Yeah, it's probably. I probably ought to. I thought I usually get an email from them by now, and I think she emailed me right around finals, and I didn't. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. But the last time I talked with them, they acted like they didn't want SQ there. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't. I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth either, but that's what I got told. So screw it.
Yeah, Kevin Slam is for the Indiana judging crew. Obviously, with the bigger 3X and stuff like that, sometimes some support is needed, especially with all the lanes and stuff that's going on. Bud and Shannon will figure all that stuff out. I don't want to be involved in any of that, to be honest. At least figuring it out.
Sorry, I'm trying to read these comments now.
Oh, Corey, SQology. Yeah.
Oh well, then I'll talk to you about it.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know, there's more to it, but this ain't the time for it. So,
Right.
but we'll get that figured out. Just know that we're trying to figure it out, and I want to be there, and we'll get it worked out.
Pops, go back and watch it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. We're just on here. I think we're kind of dwindling now, but I figured it looked like a couple of the guys was at least having some conversation here. So I thought, might as well let our sound quality guys have a turn. Usually all my sound pressure guys are in here slapping each other upside the head and
Every week.
butt grabbing and stuff.
I'm always in there poking the bear too. Oh yeah, Tony in here next week. I'm just have to listen. I don't want to watch. I'm sure he'll have another crazy T-shirt on.
No, I was actually enjoying this, Wallace.
Yeah, this is it's a nice change of pace.
I get to watch more than I can talk.
Right. That's why me and Irvin had to come in here and back him up.
Yeah.
All your white window decals. I wouldn't, compared to what the classing was before, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Oh, there goes Bubba. Everybody run. What's your go-to bonus track?
None.
Honestly, I don't even use any of the bonus tracks.
None.
I still use Chesky.
Don't say
Awesome.
that. Don't say that. Spanish Harlem, Corey says. No. Hard pass. Wallace, what's yours?
Danny Tikian, showstopper.
There's there's a handful that I do like on the bonus tracks, but none that I don't really go to them.
Don't make me start singing it, Corey.
Yeah, it's SQ Talk. Sorry, Bubba. Steam-powered Stern is the only one. No comment.
Man, that's it. I'm about to find it now. We'll probably get copyrighted.
If I can sing Spanish Harlem and not miss a word, you'll pay me $1,000.
Can y'all hear it?
If I ever sang anything, I would probably do it for $1,000. I mean, I don't know back, but more than I care to know. No other questions? Wallace, Tim, Brian. Who else is in here? John. Nothing else?
All right, I'm done.
Yeah, Larry. Anything, Larry? You know, I met Larry. The first time I actually met Larry was at a show in Pittsburgh. Actually, this was like 4 years ago when I first started really competing. And he's always like the guy ever to talk to.
Everyone tell everyone. Is that like everyone love everyone? Everybody loves everybody.
Some people are kind of rude, when you approach them. But Larry's just always like laid back. He doesn't really care what's going on. Just chilling, enjoying the moment.
We're having a karaoke and all we can sing is Chesky songs.
No. Joe's out. Oh, goodness.
Well, we've been on here for a little bit now.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't a whole lot of questions.
Joe said he's karaoke in Spanish Harlem. I got grandma's hands.
No,
Oh,
no
shit.
thanks.
Huh?
Oh shit.
Good night, Wallace. I get grandma's hand. Nope.
They are good tracks though, for what they do, but they
Yeah.
are so
For
overplayed.
reference, they're not bad.
Yeah,
They're just
they are
not very
so
good.
overplayed and so old. My jeez.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you coming on with me tonight, Matt, Irvin.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any last minute questions before we jet out of here? I figured I'd stay on a little bit longer, so since I didn't have my guys here when we first got together, but
Shayna, there's no drama. None of the SQ guys ever want any drama. At least not in the live. Just not here, I guess.
Oh.
I figured Wallace and Brian would be in. So
All right, y'all. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out with us this evening. We'll be back next Wednesday. I'll have Tony. I'm probably sounding like that because my speakers are turned up. There we go. Okay. Anyway, next week we'll have Tony and a couple other guys on here for more questions. Like I said, the book should be out the 1st of February. And I think that's about all I got right now, guys. So until next time, keep it loud and clear, mecha heads.